Travis, it's time to get up. Travis. You're not the only person in the world got to use the bathroom this morning, boy. Travis, it's time to get up. Walter, let me see you do some waking up in there. Walter, it's past 7:30. It's time to get up. Walter Lee, it is time to get up. All right. You lay in there. Next thing you know, Travis will be out and Mr. Johnson will be in there, and you'll be around here fussing and cussing like a madman. It is time to get up.
Shut up, woman. I'm coming.
Walter Lee, get up.
Is he out yet?
What you mean, is he out yet? He ain't even barely got in there good yet.
Then what was you doing all that yelling for if I can't even get in there yet? Huh? The check's coming today, huh?
They said Saturday, and this is just Friday, and I hope to God you're not up here first thing this morning talking to me about no money, because about don't want to hear it.
Is something the matter with you?
No. I'm just sleepy as a devil. How you want your eggs?
Not scrambled. Paper come. Set off another A-bomb they did yesterday.
Did they?
Is something the matter with you?
No, and don't keep asking.
Good, because ain't nobody bothering you. Shoot. Says Colonel McCormick is sick.
Is he? Poor thing.
Now, what is that boy doing in there? I cannot be late to work on account of him fooling around in there. He is just going to have to start waking up earlier.
No, he isn't. He isn't going to get up any earlier just because he can't get to sleep, because he got a bunch of crazy good-for-nothing clowns running their mouths in what's supposed to be his bedroom after 10 o'clock at night.
So that's what's the matter with you, huh? Because what I talk about with my friends just couldn't matter to you, could it?
Why you always got to smoke before you eat in the morning?
Look at him down there, running and racing to work, huh? My. You look good this morning, baby. You look real good.
Yeah.
Just for a second, making them eggs. You look real good. My. It's gone. You look like yourself again.
Man, if you don't shut up and leave me alone.
The first thing a man ought to know is he can never make love to a colored woman in the morning. Y'all are some evil people in the morning. Shoot.
Daddy, come on.
Sit down and eat your breakfast now, Travis.
Hey, Mama. This morning you're supposed to bring 50 cents to school.
I ain't got no 50 cents this morning. Now eat your breakfast.
Well, the teacher says we have to.
I don't care what your teacher say. I ain't got it. Now eat your breakfast.
Can we carry groceries at the supermarket after school then?
Hush up and eat, I said.
Maybe Grandma will have it?
No, and I want you to stop asking your grandmama for money. You hear me?
Golly. I don't ask her. She just give it to me sometimes.
Travis Willard Younger, I got too much on me this morning.
Maybe Daddy would?
Travis. If you're done eating, you can go make up your bed.
I'm gone.
Come here. If you don't run this comb through that here head of yours, about to march out of here with your head looking like chicken slept in it. I don't know where you get your stubborn ways. Get your jacket, too. It looks chilly out. And your car fare, and your milk money, and not 1 penny for no caps, you hear me?
I'm gone.
Oh, Mama make me so mad sometimes. I just don't know what to do. I wouldn't kiss that woman goodbye for nothing in this world this morning. Not for nothing. Now, whose little old angry man are you?
Golly, Mama.
Oh, golly, Mama. Now get on out of here or you're going to be late.
Can I please go carry groceries after school then?
Honey, it's starting to get so cold evenings.
What is it he wants to do?
Carry groceries at the supermarket.
I have to. She won't give me the 50 cents.
Why not?
Because we don't have it.
What you tell our boy things like that for? Here, son, 50 cents.
Thank you, Daddy.
In fact, here's another 50 cents. Go buy some fruit today. Catch yourself a taxi or something.
Golly, thanks, Daddy.
Hey, now you get on down there and get to school, all right?
Okay, bye.
That's my boy. You know what I was thinking about in the bathroom this morning?
No.
Why you always try to be so pleasant, huh?
What is there to be pleasant about?
Do you want to know what I was thinking or not?
I know what you was thinking about.
Oh, I was thinking about what me and Willie Harris was talking about.
Willie
last night.
Harris is a good-for-nothing loudmouth.
Why everybody I talk to got to be a good-for-nothing loudmouth? Charles Atkins was a good-for-nothing loudmouth, huh? When he asked me to go into the dry cleaning business, and now guess what? He's grossing over $100,000 a year. $100,000. Is he still a good-for-nothing loudmouth?
Oh, Walter.
You tired, ain't you? Tired of everything? Me, the boy, this beat-up old hole, huh? Moaning and groaning, but you wouldn't do a thing about it. You couldn't be on my side for nothing.
Walter, leave me alone.
Oh, a man needs a woman who is going to support him.
Walter, leave me alone.
Ruth, Mama will listen to you. You know, she thinks higher of you than she does of me and Benny. But, you know, you got to do what you do always in the morning. You know, when you're sitting down, sipping on your coffee and talking, you say, hey, Lena, I was interested in that deal that Walter Lee was talking about. And then you sit back and sip on your coffee like what you're talking about ain't important to you. Next thing you know, I come home, and she's asking me all kinds of questions. Look, baby, this ain't no fly-by proposition. Me, Willie, and Bobo got it all figured out. Yeah, Bobo. You know, the liquor store's going to cost about $75,000. $30,000 is the initial investment, $10,000 each. And then, you know, take a few $100s to go spread some money around so we're not waiting all our lives on a liquor license.
You mean graft?
Don't think of it that way. This just shows that you women just don't understand how this world works. You can't get nothing in this world without paying somebody off.
Walter, leave me alone and eat your eggs. They're going to get cold.
That's the problem right there. Man says, I got a dream. Woman says, eat your eggs. Man says, I'm trying to take hold of this world. Woman says, eat your eggs, go to work. Man says, I'm trying to change our lives. I'm choking to death, baby. Woman says, eat your eggs. Your eggs are getting cold.
Walter, that ain't none of our money.
Ruth, I was looking in the mirror this morning. I'm 35 years old. I've been married for 11 of those years. And I got a boy who sleeps on the living room couch.
Walter, eat your eggs.
Damn my eggs and damn all the eggs that ever was.
Then go to work.
See, I'm trying to talk to you about me. And all you can tell me is just to go to work.
Honey, I listen to you every day, every morning and every night, and you never say nothing new. So you'd rather be Mr. Arnold than be his chauffeur. Well, I would rather be living in Buckingham Palace.
See? That's the problem with colored women nowadays. They don't know how to lift their man up. Make him feel like he's somebody and like he can do something.
There are colored men who do things.
No thanks to colored women.
Well, being a colored woman, I guess I can't help myself none.
We are a group of men tied to a race of women with small minds.
I am going to start timing those people.
You should wake up earlier.
Oh, really? Would you suggest dawn? Where's the paper?
You are one hideous looking chick of this out.
Good morning, everybody.
How's school?
Lovely, lovely. And you know, biology is the greatest. Yesterday I dissected something that looked just like you.
I was just wondering if you had made up your mind yet.
And what did I answer yesterday morning and the day before that?
Benny, don't be so nasty.
And the day before that, and the day before that.
Hey, I'm interested in you. Look, there ain't that many girls that decide to be a
doctor?
doctor. Do we know how much medical school is going to cost? Huh?
Come on out of there, please.
Honey, why don't you leave the girl alone and go on to work?
You know the check comes tomorrow.
Walt said that money belongs to Mama, and it's for her to decide how to use it. I don't care if she wants to buy a house or a rocket ship and just nail it up and look at it. It's hers, not ours, hers.
Well, look at you. Don't you just got Mama's interests best at heart, huh? But Mama can always take a few thousand to put you through medical school, can't she?
I have never asked anyone around here to do anything for me.
And the line between asking and accepting is big and wide, ain't it?
What do you want for me to do, brother? That I quit school and just drop dead? Which?
I want you to stop acting holy around here and to realize that me and Ruth have made some sacrifices for you, and what can you do for this family?
Walter, don't be bringing me into this.
You are in it. Don't you go work in somebody's kitchen every single day to put clothes on her back?
That's not fair.
And it's not like I'm asking you to get on your knees and say, thank you, Walter. Thank you, Ruth. And, oh, thank you, Mama. And thank you, Travis, for wearing the same pair of shoes for 2 semesters.
Well, I do, all right. Thank everybody. And forgive me for ever wanting to be anything at all. Forgive me, forgive me, forgive me.
Please be quiet. Your mom will hear.
Who told you you had to be a doctor, huh? If you like messing around with sick people so much, why don't you go be a nurse? Or be like all the other women. Get married and shut up.
Well, you finally got it said. It took you 3 years, but you finally got it said. Walter, just give up and leave me alone. It's Mama's money.
He was my father, too.
So what? He was mine, too, and Travis's grandfather. But picking on me is not going to make her give it to you to invest in any liquor stores. And I, for one, say God bless Mama for that.
You hear that? Did you hear that?
Honey, please go to work.
Nobody in this house is ever going to understand me.
Because you're a nut.
Who's a nut?
You're a nut. Thee is mad, boy.
The world's most backwards race of people, and that is a fact.
And then there are all those prophets that would lead us out into the wilderness. And into the swamps.
Benny, why are you always picking on your brother? Can't you be a little sweeter sometimes?
I need some money.
50 cents.
For a car fare.
Here. Take a taxi.
Who is that round here slamming doors at this hour?
That was Walter Lee and Benny. They was at it again.
My children and they tempers. Lord, if this little old plant don't get more sun than it's been getting, it'll never see spring again. What's the matter with you this morning, Ruth? You look right peaked. And if you ain't gonna afford all them things, leave some for me. And Benitha, it is too drafty in here for you to be sitting around half-dressed. Where is your robe?
In the cleaners.
We'll go get mine.
Mama, I'm not cold, honest.
I know, but you're so thin.
Mama, I'm not cold.
Lord have mercy, would you look at this poor bed? Bless his heart, he tries, don't he?
No, he don't have tried, because you know you finna come behind him and fix it like you doing everything. That's how come you don't know how to do nothing now. You done spoiled that boy.
Well, he's a little boy. Ain't supposed to know about housekeeping. Oh, my baby, that's what he is. What you fix for his breakfast?
I fed my son, Lena.
I ain't meddling. I just noticed all last week he had cold cereal. When it starts getting this chilly out, child ought to have some hot grits or something when he goes out.
I gave him hot oats. Is that all right?
I ain't meddling. Did you put lots of nice butter on it? He likes lots of butter.
Lena,
What was you and your brother fighting about this morning?
It's not important, Mama.
What were they fighting about?
you know as well as I do.
Brother still worrying himself sick about that money?
You know he is.
You had breakfast?
Some coffee.
Oh, girl, you better start eating and looking after yourself better. You almost as thin as a pole.
Lena. So what you gonna do with it?
Don't you start, child. It is too early in the morning to be talking about money. And besides, it ain't Christian.
It's just that Walter Lee's got his heart set on that store.
We ain't no business people, Ruth. We just plain working folks.
Well, ain't nobody business people till they go into it. Like, if Walter Lee says, if colored people want to start getting ahead in this world, they're going to have to start banking on stuff, like investments and such.
What done got into you, girl? Walter Lee done finally sold you on investing?
No, it's just something done come down between us, Mama. I don't know what it is, but he needs something. Something I can't give him. He needs this chance, Lena.
But liquor, honey.
Like Walter Lee says, I expect people always gonna be drinking liquor.
Well, whether they drinks it or not ain't none of my business. But whether I sells it to him is, and I don't want that on my ledger this late in life. Oh, Ruth, what is the matter with you today? You look like you could fall right over
I'm
there.
tired. So what are you gonna do with it?
I ain't rightly decided. Of course, some of it's got to go toward Benita's medical school. And ain't nothing gonna touch that part. Nothing. Been thinking that maybe we could meet the notes on an old two-story someplace with a yard where Travis could play in the summertime. You know, if we use the insurance as a down payment and everybody kind of pitch in. I could even take on a little day work again.
Lord knows we don't put enough money into this here rat trap for 4 houses by now.
A rat trap. Yes, that's all it is. I remember just as well the day me and Big Walter moved in, though. We was gonna set away, little by little, get a place out in Morgan Park. Nothing nice, but we were gonna set away. We were gonna fix it up. And I would have me a little garden in the back. Didn't none of it happen, though.
Life sure can be a barrel of disappointments like that sometimes.
Oh, child. Big Walter would come in here some nights back then and just sit on that couch there and look at the rug. He'd look at me, and I know he was down then. Really down. And when I lost that baby little Claude, oh, I almost thought I'd lose Big Walter too. Oh, that man grieved himself. He was one man to love his children.
Can't nothing tear at you like losing a baby.
Guess that's why he finally worked himself to death like he done. Like he was fighting his own war against this here world that took his baby from him.
He was a good man, Mr. Younger.
Oh, crazy about his children. Lord knows there was plenty wrong with Walter Younger. He was hard-headed, mean, kind of wild with the women. Plenty wrong with him. But he sure loved his children. He always wanted them to have something, to be something. That's where brother gets all his crazy notions, I reckon.
What could be so dirty on that woman's rugs that she has to vacuum them every single day?
I wish a certain young woman, who I could name, would take interest in a certain rug in a certain apartment which I could also name.
How much cleaning can a house need, for Christ's sake?
Benita.
Listen, just listen to her.
Oh, God.
if you use the Lord's name in vain one more time.
Oh, Mama.
Fresh, just fresh assault this girl.
Well, if the salt loses its savor.
Now that will do. I just won't have you around here reciting the scriptures in vain. You hear me?
How did I manage to get on everybody's wrong side just by walking into a room?
Who you going out with tomorrow night?
George Murchison again?
Oh, you're getting a little sweet on him?
If you ask me, that child ain't sweet on nobody but herself.
Well, I like George, all right. He looks good, has a beautiful car, and takes me to nice places. And I even like him sometimes. But if the youngers are sitting around waiting for their little Benny to tie up the family with the Murchisons, they are wasting their time.
So you saying even if he proposed to you, you wouldn't marry him? That pretty rich thing? Honey, I knew you was odd, but...
No, I would not marry him if all I felt for him is what I feel right now. Besides, George's family wouldn't really like him very much.
And why not?
Oh, Mama. The Murchisons are honest to God, real live colored rich people. And the only thing more snobbish than rich white people is rich colored people. And I thought everybody knew that. Besides, I've met Mrs. Murchison before, and she's a scene.
Benny, you mustn't dislike people because they're well off.
Why not? It makes just as much sense as liking people because they are poor. And lots of people do that.
Well, she'll get over some of that.
Get over it. What are you talking about, Ruth? Listen, I'm going to be a doctor, and I'm not worried about who I'm going to marry yet. If I ever get married.
If.
Now, Benny.
Oh, Mom, I probably will. But first, I'm going to be a doctor. And George, for one, still thinks that's pretty funny. But I couldn't be bothered with that. I'm going to be a doctor, and everybody around here better understand that.
Oh, she gonna be a doctor, honey. God willing.
God hasn't got a thing to do with it.
Benita, that just wasn't necessary.
Well, neither is God. I get sick about hearing about God all the time.
Benita?
I'm serious. I just get sick about hearing about God all the time. I mean, like, what does he got to do with anything? Does he pay tuition?
You about to get your fresh little jaw slapped.
That's just what she needs.
Mama, it's just all a matter of ideas. And God is just one idea I choose not to accept. It's not important. It's not like I'm going out to commit crimes or be immoral. I don't even think about that. It's just that I get so just sick and tired about how he gets all the credit for what the human race achieves through its own stubborn effort. There's simply no blessed God. There's only man, and it is he who makes miracles.
Now you say after me, in my mother's house, there is still God. In my mother's house, there is still God.
In my mother's house, there's still God.
Now there are just some ideas we ain't gonna have in this house. Not as long as I'm still head of this family.
Yes, ma'am.
Benny, you think you're a woman, but you're still a girl. And what you said was childish, so you got treated like a child.
I see. I also see that while everybody else thinks it's all right for Mama to be a tyrant, all the tyranny in the world will never put a God in the heavens.
She said she's sorry.
They frightened me, Ruth. My children.
You got good children, Lena. They're just a little off sometimes.
Oh no, something come down between us that don't let us understand each other anymore. And I don't know what it is. One almost lost his mind talking about money all the time, and the other done come in to talk about things I can't understand in no form or fashion. I don't know what's changing, Ruth. They spirited Benny and Walter. Like this little old plant, never seen enough sunshine or nothing. And look at it.
You sure do love that little old plant, don't you, Lena?
I always wanted me a garden like the folks had down home. This plant is as close as I ever got to having one. Lord, ain't nothing as dreary as the view from this window on a dreary day. Why aren't you singing this morning, Ruth? Sing that No Ways Tired. It always lifts me up so. Ruth? Oh, Ruth, what's the matter with you, honey? You sick? Ruth! Come on, Ruth, wake up, sweetheart. What's the matter with you, Ruth? Come on now.
Grandmama, that stuff's been using smells awful. Can I go downstairs, please?
You finish all them chores already? I ain't seen you doing much.
Yes, I finished early.
Well, your mother went on a little errand.
Halo. Yes, he is. It's Willie Harris. Again.
Hello, Willie. Yeah. Did you get the papers from the lawyer? Okay, great. No. The mailman, he doesn't come till 10:30. Yeah. Oh, you got him? Great. I'll be right on over. Bye.
Brother, where did Ruth go?
How should I know?
Mama, can I go downstairs, please?
Oh, I guess so. But you stay right in front of this building and you keep a good lookout for that postman, you hear me?
Sure will. Leave those cockroaches alone. They ain't bothering you none.
Oh, well, cockroach you, boy.
Grandmama.
Look out, girl, before you be spilling that stuff on that boy.
I can't imagine that I'd hurt him. It has never hurt the roaches.
Well, little boys' hides ain't tough as Southside roaches. Now you make sure you get behind the dress over there. Saw one marching out like Napoleon yesterday.
Mama, where did Ruth go?
Oh, to the doctor, I think.
The doctor. What's the matter? You don't think.
Now, I ain't saying what I think, but I ain't never been wrong about no woman neither.
Hello. Oh. Well, when did you get back? Of course I missed you. In my way. Oh, just house cleaning. Mama hates it if I let the place look like this.
That's right.
Oh, really? Well, that's different. What is it? Oh, what the hell? Just come on over. Right. Arrivederci.
Now, who is that you inviting over here with this house looking like this? You ain't got the pride you was born with.
Mama, Asagai don't care about how houses look. He's an intellectual.
Who?
Asagai. Joseph Asagai. He's an African boy I met on campus. He's studying in Canada.
And what's his name?
Asagai. Joseph Asagai. He's from Nigeria.
Oh, that's that little country the slaves founded way back.
No, Mama, that's Liberia.
Oh. Well, I ain't never think I met no African before.
Well, do me a favor and don't ask him no ignorant questions like, do they wear clothes?
Well, if you think we're so ignorant around here, maybe you shouldn't be bringing your friends over.
It's just that all anyone seems to know about Africa is Tarzan and all that.
Well, why should I know about Africa?
Mama, answer me this. Why you give money at the church for missionary work?
That's to save people.
Yeah, right. Save them from heathenism.
Yes.
I'm afraid they need more salvation from the British and French.
Well, guess from all the happy faces, everybody knows.
Ruth, you pregnant?
Oh, Lord, I sure hope it's a little old girl. Travis ought to have a sister.
How far along are you?
2 months.
Did you mean to? I mean, did you plan it? Or was it an accident?
What do you know about planning and not planning?
She's 20 years old, Lena.
Did you mean to?
Mind your own business.
It is my business. Where are you going to sleep? On the roof? Gee, Ruth, I didn't mean that. Honest. I think it's wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yes, really.
Doctor say everything gonna be all right.
She said everything gonna be just fine.
She? What doctor you went to? Ruth? Ruth, what's the matter with you, honey? You sick? Come on now.
What's the matter with the mama?
No, she'll be all right. Women get right depressed sometimes when they get her way. You just lean back and don't think about nothing. You just relax and don't think about nothing at all.
I'm all right.
Oh, sweetheart, maybe you should just come and rest a while. Yeah, and then you can have some hot food.
Oh my God, that must be Asagai.
Hello, Alayo.
Hello. Oh, well, come in. Please excuse everything. My mother was very upset about the place looking like this.
You look disturbed. Is something wrong?
Yes, well, we've all got acute ghettoitis. So sit down. Oh, no, wait. So, how was Canada?
Canadian?
Asagai, I'm very glad you're back.
Are you really?
Yes, very.
Why? You were quite glad when I went away. What happened?
You went away.
Ah,
Before you wanted to be so serious. Before there was time.
how much time must there be before one knows what one feels?
So, what you bring me?
Well, open it and see.
Oh, Asagai, you got them for me. They're beautiful. And the record too.
Wait, I shall have to teach you how to wear it properly. Ah, Opegede, Obamushi. You wear it well, very well. Mutilated hair now.
My hair? What's wrong with my hair?
Were you born with it like that?
No, of course not.
How then?
You know perfectly well how his nappy, as crinkly as yours. That's how.
And it is ugly to you that way.
No, not ugly. It's just hard to manage when it's, well, raw.
And so to accommodate that, you mutilate it every week.
It's not mutilation.
Oh, please. I'm only teasing you because you are so very serious about these things. Do you remember the first time we met at school? You came up to me and said, and I thought you were the most serious little thing I had ever seen. You said, Mr. Asagai, I want very much to talk with you about Africa. You see, Mr. Asagai, I am looking for my identity.
Yes.
Well, it is true that this is not so much a profile of a Hollywood queen as perhaps a queen of an hour. But what does it matter? Assimilationism is so popular in your country.
I am not an assimilationist.
Such a serious one. So, you like the robes. You must take excellent care of them. They are from my sister's personal wardrobe.
You sent all the way home? For me?
Oh, Alayo, for you, I would do so much more. Well, that is what I came for. I must go.
Well, will you call me Monday?
Yes, we have a great deal to talk about, you and I. I mean, about identity and time and all that.
Time.
Yes, about how much time one needs to know what one feels.
You see, you just never understood that there is more than one type of feeling that exists between a man and a woman. Or at least there should be.
No, between a man and a woman, there need be only one kind of feeling. And I have that for you. Now, even right this moment.
I know. And by itself it won't do, because I can find that anywhere.
For a woman, it should be enough.
I know, because that's what it says in all the novels that men write. But it isn't. Go ahead and laugh, but I'm not interested in being someone's little episode in America. Or one of them.
It's just that every American girl I have known has said that to me. White, black, in this you're all the same. And the same speech too.
Ha ha ha.
It is how you can be sure that the world's most liberated women are not liberated at all. You all talk about it too much.
Oh, Mama, this is Mr. Asagai.
Well, how do you do?
How do you do, Mrs. Younger? Please forgive me for coming at such an outrageous hour on a Saturday.
Well, you're quite welcome. I just hope you understand that our house doesn't always look like this. You must come again. I'd love to hear all about your country. I think it's so sad the way our American Negroes don't know nothing about Africa except Tarzan and all that. And all this money they pour into these churches when they should be helping your people out there drive out them French and Englishmen done taking away your land.
Yes, yes.
Now, how many miles did you say it was from here to where you come from?
Oh, many thousands.
I bet you don't half look after yourself being away from your mama so far. I expect you better come around here from time to time and get you some home-cooked meals.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I must go. I will call you Monday, Alayo.
What's that he call you?
Oh, Alayo. I hope you don't mind. It is what you call a nickname, I think. It is a Yoruba word. I am a Yoruba.
I thought you said he was from,
Nigeria is my country. Yoruba is my tribal origin.
You know, you never told us what Alayo meant. For all I know, you could be calling me little idiot or something.
Well, let me see. I do not know just how to explain it. The sense of a thing can be so different when it changes languages.
You're evading.
No, really, it is difficult. It means one for home bread. Food is not enough. Is that all right?
Thank you.
Well, that's nice. You must come again, Mr.
Asagai. Asagai.
Well, yes. Do come again.
Oh, goodbye.
Well, Lord, that's a pretty thing just went out of here. I guess I see why we get so interested in Africa around here. Missionaries, my Aunt Jenny.
Oh, Mama.
What's the matter, girl? You cracking up?
Please.
She's resting now. Travis, honey, run next door and ask Miss Johnson if I could please have a little kitchen cleanser. Our can is empty as Jacob's kettle.
But I just came in.
Boy, do as you're told. And where are you going?
To become a queen of the Nile.
Where'd Benny go?
As far as I can make out, Egypt. Who told you to get up?
Ain't nothing wrong with me to be lying down in no bed for.
Well, what time is it getting to?
10:20, and that moving man gonna come the same time he gonna come for the last umpteenth years.
She said tell you she don't have none.
Lord, some people I can name sure is tight-fisted. Travis, mark 2 cans down on that list there. She that hot up for kitchen cleanser, I sure don't want to forget to get her none.
Lena, maybe she's just really running low on cleanser.
Much baking powder she borrowed from me all these years, she could have gone into the bacon business.
Get down them steps, boy.
Oh, you mean it really done come?
Oh, Miss Lena.
Well, I don't know what we're so excited around here for. We known it was coming for months.
Yeah, but that's a whole lot different from having to come and being able to hold it in your hands. A piece of paper worth $10,000.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Open it, Miss Lena.
You open it, Grandmama?
Now you all be quiet. It's just a check.
Open it.
Don't act silly. We ain't never been no people to act silly about no money.
Yeah, that's because we ain't never had none before. Now open it.
Travis, spin the right number of zeros.
Yes, Grandma. $10,000. Golly, Grandma, you rich.
$10,000. Ruth, put it away somewhere. $10,000 they give you. $10,000.
Well, what's the matter, Grandma? Don't you want to be rich?
Why don't you go on outside and play now, honey? You done gone and got yourself upset, Miss Lena.
Expect if it wasn't for you all, I'd just put that money away and give it to the church or something.
Now, what kind of talk is that? Mr. Younger would just be plain upset if he could hear you speaking like that.
Oh, yes, he sure would. We got plenty to do with that money, all right. Mm-hmm. Where'd you go today, girl?
The doctor.
Oh, now, Ruth, you know better than that. Old Dr. Jones is strange enough in his way, but ain't nothing about to make somebody slip up and call him she like you done this morning.
Well, that's exactly what happened. My tongue slipped.
You went to see that woman, didn't you?
What woman?
That woman who...
Mailman come? Did it come? Ooh, Mama, look, Willie Harris, he put it all on paper.
Son, I think you ought to talk to your wife. I'll go on out and leave y'all alone.
But Mama, I can do that later. Mama, is somebody gonna listen to me today?
Oh, Walter Lee, I don't allow no yelling in this house. And you know it. And there ain't gonna be no investing in no liquor stores.
But Mama, you ain't even looked at it.
I don't aim to have to speak on that again.
You ain't even looked at it and you don't aim to have to speak on it again? You tell that to my boy when you put him to sleep on the living room couch.
Where are you going?
Out.
Where?
Out somewhere.
I'll come with you.
I don't want you to come.
Walter, there's something I gotta talk to you about.
Well, too bad.
Oh, Walter Lee, you sit down.
I'm a grown man, Mama.
Ain't nobody said you wasn't grown. But you in my house and my presence. And as long as you are, you'll talk to your wife civil. Now sit down.
Let him go out and drink himself to death. You make me sick to my stomach.
And you turn mine too, baby. That was my biggest mistake.
Walter Lee, what is the matter with you?
The matter with me? What's the matter with me? Nothing is the matter with me.
Yes, there is. Something more than me not giving you this money. Now, I've been watching it happen to you for years. You get all nervous acting and kind of wild in the eyes. I said, sit there now. I'm talking to you.
Mama, I don't need no nagging on me today.
Now, it seems like you always getting tied up in a knot about something. But anybody ask you about it, you just yell at them and bust out and go out and drink somewheres. Walter, people can't live with that. Ruth is a good and patient girl in her way, but you getting to be too much. Boy, don't make the mistake of driving that girl away from you.
Why? What she done ever done for me?
Walter, she loves you.
Loves me? Mama, I gotta go out. I gotta be by myself for a while.
Son, I am sorry about your liquor store. It just wasn't the thing for us to do.
Mama, I said I gotta go out.
It's dangerous, son.
What's dangerous?
When a man goes outside of his home to look for peace.
Then why can't there be no peace in this house?
Oh, you don't found it in some other house?
No. No! No! Why do women always think there's another woman when a man gets restless? Mama, do you know what this money means to me? Do you know what this money can do for us? Mama, I want so many things.
Yes, son.
I want so many things. They're driving me crazy. Look at me, Mama, look at me.
I'm looking at you, Walter. You a good-looking boy. You have a job, a nice wife, a fine
A job?
boy.
A job? I open and close doors for people all day long. And I drive a white man around in his limousine, and I say, yes, sir. No, sir. Very well, sir. Can I take a drive, sir? Mama, that ain't no kind of job. That ain't nothing at all. I don't think you understand. I just don't think I can make you understand.
Understand what, baby?
Mama, it's like sometimes I can see the future right there, stretched out in front of me. But it's just a blank looming space of nothing, waiting for me at the edge of my days. But it don't have to be that way, Mama. Sometimes when I'm driving that white man around in his limousine, we pass some cool, quiet-looking restaurants. And there'll be white boys in there making deals for millions of dollars. And some of them, they're not much older than me, Mama.
Walter, how come you talk about money so much?
Because money is life, Mama.
Oh. So now money is life? Once upon a time, freedom was life. Now it's money.
No, it was always money. We just didn't know it.
No, Walter. Something has changed. You something new, boy. Back in my time, we was worried about not getting lynched, how to make it to the north if we could, how to stay alive and have a pinch of dignity, too. Now here come you and Benita talking about things me and your father never thought about hardly. You ain't satisfied or proud of nothing we've done. I mean that you had a home, that we kept you out of trouble till you was grown, that you don't ride to work on the back of nobody's streetcar. You my children, but how different we've become.
Mama, you don't understand. I just don't think I can make you understand.
Son, do you know your wife is expecting another baby? That's what she wanted to talk to you about. Now, I know this ain't for me to be telling, but I think you ought to know. I think Ruth is thinking about getting rid of that baby.
No. Ruth wouldn't do that.
Walter, when the world gets ugly enough, a woman will do anything for her family, the part that's already living.
No, you don't know Ruth. Ruth wouldn't do that.
Yes, I would, Walter. I already gave her the $5 down payment.
Well, son, I'm waiting to hear you say something. I'm waiting to hear how you be your daddy's son, be the man he was. Walter, your wife says she gonna destroy your child. And I'm waiting to see you talk like your daddy and say we are people who give children life, not who destroys them. I'm waiting to see you stand up and sound like your father and say we don't give up one baby to poverty and we ain't giving up nary another one. I'm waiting. If you a son of mine, tell her. Oh, you are a disgrace to your father's memory. Somebody get me my hat.
This bitter earth well, what the fruit it bears.
What have we got on tonight?
You are looking at what a well-dressed Nigerian woman wears. Isn't it beautiful? Enough of this assimilationist junk.
This bitter earth.
come on, go see it.
What kind of dance is that?
It's a folk dance.
What kind of folks do that, honey?
It's a folk dance from Nigeria. It's a dance of welcome.
Who you welcoming?
The men back to the village.
Where they been?
Out hunting or something. How should I know? Anyway, they're coming back now.
Well, that's good.
And the Ethiopian stretched forth their arms. Ha ha!
Mother Africa sure is claiming her own tonight.
Hey, shut up. I'm digging this music. It gives me life. In my heart of hearts, I am truly a
In your
warrior.
heart of hearts, you are much a drunkard.
Me and Jomu, that's my kid yeta. Flaving spear hot down. Ha ha! I call my way.
Only my way.
The lion is waking. Do you hear, my black brothers?
We hear you.
Do you hear the waters as they rush against the shores of our coastland?
We hear you, flaming spear.
Do you hear the screeching cocks in yonder as they prepare for the coming mighty war?
Come on, go see it.
Do you hear the birds as they fly low over the mountains and the low places of our land?
Come on, go see it.
Do you hear the sweet war songs of our fathers to the children? Do you hear? Do you hear?
Go see it.
Prepare for the greatness of time. I'm on my way. Ha ha!
Only my way.
Oh, call my ghost side.
Come on, go see it.
Yeah, ha ha! I'm on my way. Listen, my black brothers, the war is coming.
Only my way.
Ha ha! Black brother!
Black brother? Hell.
Benita, what is the matter with you? You have company and Walter Lee if you don't get off that table and stop acting like a fool. I'm so sorry. He's had a little bit to drink. I don't know what her excuse is, though.
Look, honey, we're going to the theater. We're not going to be in it. So go change, huh? What in the name of...
Girl, you done lost your natural mind. Look at your head.
What have you done to your head? I mean, your hair?
I cut it off.
Ain't that the truth? This one ain't been done to it. How you expect this boy to go out with you with your head looking nappy like that?
Well, that's up to George if he's ashamed of his heritage.
Oh, don't be so proud of yourself, Benny, just because you look eccentric.
How can something that's natural be eccentric?
That's what being eccentric means, being natural. Get dressed.
I don't like that, George.
How come you and your brother gotta make an argument out of everything people say?
Because I hate assimilationist Negroes.
Will somebody please tell me what assimilo whoever means?
Oh, it's just a college girl way of calling people Uncle Toms, but that isn't what it means at all.
Then what does it mean?
It means someone who's willing to give up his own culture and completely submerge himself in the dominant, and in this case, oppressive culture.
Oh, dear, 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 here we go. A lecture on our African past, on our great West African heritage. In 1 second, we're here by the great Ashanti empires, the great Songhai civilizations, and the great sculpture of Benin, and maybe even some poetry in the Bantu. And the whole monologue will end with the word heritage. Let's face it, baby, your heritage is nothing but a bunch of raggedy-ass spirituals and some grass huts.
Grass huts! See there, you're standing there in your splendid ignorance talking about people who were the first to smell iron on the face of this earth. The Ashanti were performing surgical operations while the English were still tattooing themselves with blue dragons.
Have a seat, George. Warm, ain't it? For September. You know what they say about Chicago weather? If it ain't too hot or too cold, just wait a minute, it'll change. Say it's got to do with all them bombs they keep setting off. Would you like a cold beer?
No, no, thank you. I don't care for anything. Just hope she hurries up.
What time's the show?
Oh, it's an 8:30 curtain. That's just Chicago, though. In New York, standard curtain time's 8:40.
Oh, you get to New York a lot.
A few times a year.
Oh, that's nice. I've never been.
New York ain't got nothing on Chicago except a bunch of crowded folks trying to be Eastern.
Oh, so you've been.
Plenty of times.
Walter Lee.
Plenty. Hey, and we got something to drink around here. Why didn't you offer this man some refreshments? Man, they just don't know how to entertain around here.
Thank you. I don't care for anything.
I don't care for anything. Where's Mama?
She ain't made it back yet.
Why do all you college boys wear them prissy little white shoes?
Walter!
White shoes, cold as it is.
You'll have to excuse him.
No, he doesn't. Why you always excusing me? I think I can excuse myself. Shoot, they look crazy, like them little black knee socks Benita be wearing.
It's the college style.
Her legs look like they've been burnt.
Walter, please.
Hey, man, how's your old man doing? I heard he bought that big hotel on the drive. Man, I like the way he thinks. Thinks big, gambles big, wins big. Shoot, he loses big if he has to. Man, but I think he's kind of running out of ideas. And I got some ideas that can turn this city upside down. We should sit down and talk sometime.
Yeah, we'll do that sometime, Walter.
Yeah, but I know you a busy little college boy,
Walter!
huh? Hey, I know there ain't nothing busier than a colored college boy with his little fraternity pins and his prissy little white shoes. Shoot, I see them all the time, walking around with their books tucked under their arms. And what they be teaching y'all? That sociology and that psychology? No. Do they teach you how to take over this world? Maybe how to work in a steel mill or how to run a rubber plant? No, no, no. Y'all just read books, talk, and wear them prissy little white shoes.
You're just all whacked up with bitterness, man.
And you ain't? You happy? You ain't had a dream that you couldn't get? You contented son of a...
Walter! You ain't with nobody.
No, because nobody's with me. Not even my own mother.
Walter, that is a terrible thing to say.
Well, hey, you look good.
What is the matter with your head?
I cut it off, brother.
Whew! Well, that's what they mean by the African bush, huh?
Ha ha. Let's go, George.
You know something? I like it. It's sharp. I mean, it really is.
Yes, I think so too.
Oh, no, no, no. You leave yours alone. You might turn out to have a pen-shaped head or something.
See you all later.
Have a good night.
Thanks.
Hey.
Oh, and good night to you too, Prometheus.
Who is Prometheus?
I don't know. Don't worry about it, honey.
You see how we got in this world? We can't even insult a man man to man. We got to talk about stuff that he don't even understand.
How do you know it was an insult? Maybe Prometheus is a nice fella.
There probably ain't even no such thing. That little simple-minded...
Walter!
Don't start.
Start what?
You're nagging. Where was I? Who was I with? How much money did I spend?
Walter, why can't we just talk sometimes?
I was out talking with people who understand the way I think, who care about what I got to say.
People like Willie Harris.
Yes, people like Willie Harris.
Then why don't you hurry up and go into the banking business already?
Yeah, you want to know why? Because we're a tied up race of people that can't do nothing but moan, groan, and have babies.
Walter, why you always gotta fight me on everything?
Fight you? Fight you? Who even cares about you?
Well, I better head on to bed. Walter, I'm sorry about this baby. I didn't know that things was bad between us, because I just didn't realize. Honey, life don't have to be like this. People can do things that are better. Remember when Travis was born? The way we used to talk? About the kind of house we was going to have, the kind of life we was going to live. Well, it's all starting to slip away from us now.
Mama, where have you been?
My, them steps is getting longer and longer. How you doing this evening, Ruth?
Mama, where have you been all day?
Where's Travis?
I let him go out and he ain't back yet. That boy gonna get it.
Mama,
Yes, son.
where did you go this afternoon?
I went downtown to tend to some business I had to tend to.
What business?
Oh, you know better than to question me like a child, brother.
Mama, you didn't go do something crazy with that money, huh? Something stupid? Mama, answer me. Mama, what did you do today?
Mama,
Mama, I nothing, boy. Get in that bedroom. You gonna get it.
but
Why don't you never let that child explain himself?
Lena, stay out of this. 1,000 times I done told
Well, at
you.
least let me tell him something first. I want him to be the first to hear. Come here, baby. Travis, you know that money we got in the mail this morning?
yes, what about it?
What do you think your grandmama gone and done with that money?
I don't know, what?
She bought you a house.
You,
Are you glad for the house? It'll be yours when you become a man.
Yes, I've always wanted to live in a house.
All right, then give me some sugar. Now, when you say your prayers tonight, you thank God. And you thank your grandfather, because it was he who gave you the house in his way.
Now you get on in there and get ready for your beating.
Oh, Mama.
Oh, Mama, nothing. Get in there.
Oh,
Miss Lena, you done gone and done it.
Yes, I did.
Walter, honey, be glad. Walter, let me be glad. A home, a home.
It's a nice home, too. 3 bedrooms. Nice big one for you and Walter. Me and Benita still have to share our room, but Travis will have one of his own. And I figures if the new baby is a boy, then we could get one of those double-decker outfits. Oh, and it has a yard with a little patch of dirt where I might get to grow me some flowers. I want a nice big basement, too.
Walter, honey, be glad.
Of course, I don't want to make it sound fancier than it is. It's a plain little old home, but it's built good, and it's solid, and it'll be ours. Walter Lee, it makes a difference in a man when he can walk on floors that belong to him.
Where is it?
It's out in Claiborne Park.
Where?
406 Claiborne Street, Claiborne Park.
Mama, ain't no colored people living in Claiborne Park.
Well, there gonna be some now.
so that's the peace and comfort you went out and bought us today?
Son, I just went out to find the best home I possibly could for my family.
Well, I ain't never been afraid of no crackers, mind you, but wasn't there nowhere else?
All the homes they have out there for colored in the areas are just twice as much as the other houses. I did as best as I could.
Well, if it's my time, then it's my time to say goodbye to these cracked walls, these marching roaches in that little closet that ain't never been nor will be a kitchen. And I say it loud and good, hallelujah. And goodbye, misery. I don't never want to see your ugly face ever again. Miss Lena,
Yes, child.
is there a whole lot of sunlight?
Oh, honey, there's a whole lot of sunlight.
Well, better go ahead in there and check on Travis. Lord, I sure don't want to give no beating today.
Son, you understand what I done, don't you? Walter, I seen my family falling apart today, just falling to pieces in front of my eyes. We couldn't have gone on like we was today, going backwards instead of forwards, talking about killing babies and wishing each other was dead. When it gets like that in life, you just gotta do something different. Just push on out and do something bigger. Son, I wish you'd say something. I wish you'd say how deep inside you think I've done the right thing.
What do you need me to tell you done right for, huh? You're the head of this house and you run our lives like you want them to be ran. What do you need me to tell you done right for? you butchered a dream of mine. You, who's always talking about your children's dreams, huh?
Walter. Walter, let me explain. Please, Walter.
If I lose this dream, I don't know what I'm gonna do. If I lose this dream, I'm dreaming about for me and you. If it goes away, I might as well hang it up, 'cause I don't know.
George, please.
Okay, whatever you say.
George,
Look,
please.
you've had a nice evening. Let's not spoil it.
I'm trying to talk to you.
We always talk.
Yes, and I love to talk.
I know, and I don't mind it sometimes. Look, I want you to cut it out. See? The moody stuff. I don't like it. See, you're a nice-looking girl, all over. That's all you need, honey. Forget the atmosphere. Guys aren't going to go for the atmosphere. They're going to go for what they see. Just be glad for that. Benita, please, just drop the Garber routine. It doesn't go with you. Now, as for myself, I want a nice, simple, sophisticated girl, not a poet, okay?
George, why are you angry?
Because this is stupid. I don't go out with you to discuss the nature of quiet desperation or to hear all your thoughts, because the world will go on thinking what it thinks regardless.
Then why read books? Why go to school?
It's simple. You read books to learn facts, to get the grades, to pass the course, to get the degree. That's all. It's nothing to do with thoughts.
I see. Good night, George. I said, good night, George.
Oh, hello, George. How you doing?
Fine. How are you?
Oh, a little tired. You know, them steps can get you after a long day's work. You guys have a nice time at the game?
Yes, a fine time.
Well, good night, George.
Good night.
Honey, what you sitting like that for?
I'm just sitting.
Well, now that your company's gone, you can make up Travis's bed. What is the matter? You didn't have a good time?
No.
No? What's wrong?
Mama, George is a fool. Honest.
Is he, baby?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, then I guess you better not be wasting your time with no fools.
Mama,
Yes, child.
thank you
For what?
for understanding me this time.
None of that stuff, Miss Lena.
Oh, I just thought I'd sort a few things out. Is brother here?
Yes.
Well, is he?
Yes. I get it.
Oh, hello there, Johnson.
Hello there yourself. How are you this evening, Ruth?
Good, Miss Johnson. How you?
Fine. Ain't you started to poke out none yet? Whew. They ain't getting ready around here, though. Yes, sir, look at there. I tell you, the youngest is really moving up a little higher. Bless God.
Bless God.
He's good, ain't he?
Oh, he's good.
I mean, sometimes he works in mysterious ways. But he works, don't he?
Yes, he does.
I'm just so happy for y'all. And this here child looks like she could just pop open with happiness, don't she? Where's all the rest of the family?
Benny's gone to bed.
Ain't no sickness done hit ya, I hope.
No, she's just tired. She was out this evening.
Oh, that's lovely. You still going out with that Murchison boy? That's lovely. You sure got lovely children, younger. Me and Isaiah talk all the time about what fine children I was blessed with. We sure do.
Ruth, why don't you get Miss Johnson some sweet potato pie and some milk?
Oh, honey, I couldn't hardly stay a minute. I just stopped by to see what I could do. I guess I'll see the news what's all over the colored paper this week.
No, I didn't get mine yet this week.
You mean you ain't heard about them folks that was bombed out their place out there? Ain't it something how bad these here white folks are getting in Chicago? Lord, getting so you think you're right down in Mississippi. Of course, I think it's wonderful how they keep on pushing out. You hear some of these Negroes talking about they don't go nowhere they ain't wanted. But not me, honey. No. Wilhelmina, Othello Johnson, goes anywhere she wants, anytime she feels like it. Yes, I do. Why, if it was up to these here crackers, these poor...
Now, Wilhelmina.
I forgot I don't allow that word in your house.
No, I don't allow it.
Me neither. I was just telling Isaiah yesterday when he comes to using that word in front of me. I said, Isaiah, it is just like Miss Younger says. We are not...
Don't you want some more pie?
Oh, no. This was nice, but I really better be getting over home and have my midnight coffee. I hear some folks, they don't let them sleep. But I find I just can't close my eyes right until I had that last cup of coffee. My midnight coffee, I call it.
Ruth, please get Miss Johnson her goodnight coffee.
Where's brother tonight?
He's lying down.
He sure gets his beauty rest, don't he? Good-looking man. Sure is a good-looking man. I guess it's how come we keep having all these babies around here. One thing about brother, though, he always knows how to have a good time and so ambitious. I bet it was a good idea y'all moving out to Claiborne Park. Lord, I bet this time next month y'all's names will be in the colored paper plenty. Negroes invade Claiborne Park. Bombed.
Well, we ain't exactly moving out there to get bombed.
Oh, honey, I pray to God nothing like that happen. But you gotta think of life like it is. And these here Chicago white folks is some bad folks.
We done thought about all of that, Miss Johnson.
Well, hello there, Benny.
Hi, Mrs. Johnson.
How's school?
Fine, thank you.
She don't have much to say to nobody.
The child was on her way to the bathroom.
Oh, I know. It's just nowadays you got time to pass the time of day if anybody ain't been to college. Oh, I ain't criticizing her, it's just, you know, some of our young folks get a little education. Well, I guess I better be getting over home. Of course, I can understand she can be proud and everything, being the only one in our family to make something of herself. I know being a chauffeur ain't never satisfied brother none. He shouldn't feel like that, though. Ain't nothing wrong with being a chauffeur.
Oh, there's plenty wrong with it.
Like what?
Plenty. My husband always said a servant wasn't a fit thing for a man to have to be. He said that man's hands was made to make things to turn the earth with, not to drive nobody's car for him, but carry they slop jaws. And my son's just like him. He wasn't meant to wait on nobody.
The youngest is too much for me. Y'all sure are one proud acting bunch of colored folk. I always think like Booker T. Washington said that time. Education has spoiled many a good plow hand.
Is that what old Booker T said?
He sure did.
Well, sounds just like him. The fool.
Well, you know, he was one of our great men.
Who said so?
You and me ain't never agreed about many things, Lenny Younger. Well, I guess I better be getting over home.
Good night.
Good night. Oh, and you can keep the paper. Nighty-night.
Good night, Johnson.
If ignorance was gold.
Hush. Don't be talking about folks behind their backs.
Why not? You do.
I'm old and corrupted. Beneath it, you was rude to Miss Johnson, and I didn't like it at all.
Mama, if there are two things that this world has got to overcome, one is the Ku Klux Klan, and the other is Wilhelmina Othello Johnson.
Smart aleck. Lord, ain't this a popular place tonight?
Hello? Yes, just 1 minute. Walter, it's Miss Arnold. Yes, ma'am. This is his wife speaking. Yes, he'll be in tomorrow. He's lying down right now. He's sick. Yes, ma'am, I'll let him know. Thank you. Have a nice night. Walter? That was Miss Arnold.
Was it?
She said if you don't come in tomorrow, they're getting a new man.
Well, ain't that sad? Ain't that just crying sad, huh?
She said Mr. Arnold had to take a cab to work for 3 days, Walter. You ain't been to work in 3 days? Where you been, Walter? You gonna lose your job.
That's right.
With your mother working like a dog every day, Walter?
That's just sad, ain't it? Real sad. Are y'all sad? Are y'all depressed?
I've helped do it to you, haven't I, son? I've been wrong, Walter.
No, Mama. You ain't never been wrong.
Listen to me now. I say I've been wrong. I've been doing to you what the world's been doing to you. Walter, what you ain't never understood is I ain't got nothing. I don't own nothing, and I ain't never wanted nothing that wasn't for you. Ain't nothing as precious to me. Nothing worth holding on to. Money, dreams, nothing else. If it meant it was going to destroy my boy. Now, Walter, I paid $3,500 down on that house. That leaves $6,500. On Monday morning, I want you to take it to the bank and put $3,000 in a savings account for Benita's medical school. And the rest I want you to put in a checking account with your name on it. And from now on, any penny that goes in it or comes out of it is for you to decide, for you to look after. Now, I know it ain't much, but it's all I got in this world. And I'm putting it in your hands. I'm telling you to be the head of this family like you're supposed to be.
Mama, you trust me like that? You trust me like that, Mama?
Walter, I ain't never stopped trusting you. Like I ain't never stopped loving you.
Oh, yeah. Woo! Yes.
What's the matter, Daddy? You drunk?
No, Daddy ain't drunk. Daddy ain't gonna never be drunk again.
Well, good night, Daddy.
Son, I feel like talking to you tonight.
About what?
You wouldn't understand yet, but Daddy's gonna make a business transaction. A big business transaction that's gonna change our lives. That's how one day you'll be about 17, and I'll come home from a long day of work with all the conferences and the secretaries getting wrong what they do wrong. Because, you know, the life of an executive is hell. And I'll come up the driveway in my black Chrysler. White walls. No black tires. You see, rich people don't have to be flashy. Maybe I'll get something sportier for your mother. Cadillac. And I'll come up the driveway and there'll be a man. He'll be clipping away at the hedges. And he'll say, "Good evening, Mr. Younger." And I'll say, "Good evening, Mr. Jefferson. How are you doing today?" And I'll come up the stairs of our house. And I'll meet your mother. And ooh, we'll hug and kiss. Sorry, son. And we'll hug and kiss, and then we'll come up to your room. And there'll be all the catalogs of all the great schools in America. And you'll be sitting there, and I'll say, "Son, tell me it is where you want to go." And you'll go. Whatever you want to be, son, you'll be it. I'll hand you the world.
Unforgettable, that's what you are. Unforgettable, though near or far. Like a song of love that clings to me, how the thought of you does things to me. Never before has someone been more unforgettable in every way. And forevermore, that's how you stay. That's why, darling,
Y'all are killing me.
Stay over there, please.
Talk about old-fashioned Negroes.
Who's old-fashioned?
unforgettable too.
Hello, I'm looking for Miss Lena Younger.
Oh, yes, that's my mother. Excuse me. Brother, there's a white man at the door.
Girl, there ain't no white man at the door.
Quit it. You better stop.
Come in, please.
Come here, girl. Come here, girl.
Is it business? My mother isn't here right now.
Yes, well, sort of.
Well, have a seat, please.
Thank you.
I'm Miss Younger's son. I handle most of her business matters.
Well, I'm Carl Linder.
Walter Lee. This is my wife and this is my sister.
How do you do?
What can we help you with, Mr. Linder?
Well, I'm a representative from the Claiborne Park Improvement Association.
Oh, would you like to sit your things on the couch?
Yes, thank you. And as I was saying, I'm a representative from the Claiborne Park Improvement Association. And it has been brought to our attention at the most recent board meeting that you, or at least your mother, has bought a piece of residential property at, 406 Claiborne Street.
Yes. Are you thirsty? Would you like a beer? Ruth, please.
No, thank you, but thank you, though.
Some coffee.
But thank you, nothing at all. Well, now I don't know how much you folks know about our organization. It is a community organization set up to look after, like block upkeep and special projects. And we have what we like to call our New Neighbors Orientation Committee.
Yes, and what do they do?
Well, it's sort of like a welcoming committee, I guess. I mean, I'm the chairman of the committee, go around and meet all the new people and give them the lowdown on how we do things out in Claiborne Park. And we have what the association likes to call our special community problems.
Yes, and what are some of those?
Girl, let the man talk.
Thank you. Well, I'd like to explain this to you in my own way. Well, I'd like to explain this to you in a certain way.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Well, I'll just get right to the point. I'm sure we'll all appreciate that in the long run.
Yes.
Be still now.
Well,
You look uncomfortable. Would you like another chair?
no. Please. Thank you. Now, I don't know how much you people know about the incidents that have happened in various parts of the city when colored people move into certain areas. Now, we have what I think is a unique organization in American community life, and not only do we deplore that kind of thing, but we're trying to do something about it. Most of the problems exist today because, well, when you come right down to it, people just don't sit down and talk to each other.
You can say that again, mister.
That we don't try hard enough to hear the other guy's problem, the other guy's point of view.
Now that's right.
And that's what we're all about at Claiborne Park. And that's why I was sent as a representative this afternoon to talk to people all friendly like, you know, the way people should talk to each other, and see if we couldn't work something out. Now, anybody can see that you're a nice, fine family of folks, hardworking and
Sure are.
honest, I'm sure. Today, everyone knows what it feels like to be on the outside of something, and, well, there will be always someone that's trying to take advantage of those who just don't always understand.
What do you mean?
Well, you see the people of Claiborne Park, they've worked hard as the Dickens for years to build up that little community. They're not rich or fancy people, just hardworking, honest people that don't have much except those little homes and a dream of a kind of neighborhood they would like to raise their kids in. Now, I'm not saying we are perfect, and there was a lot wrong in some of the things we want, but you've got to admit that a man, right or wrong, should have the right to want his neighborhood a certain kind of way. And at the moment, the overwhelming majority of people believe that they get along better and have more of an interest in their community when they have a common background. Now, I want you to believe me when I tell you that race prejudice simply doesn't enter into it. It's a matter of the people of Claiborne Park believing, rightly or wrongly, as I say, that for all the concern and happiness, that our Negro families stay in their own communities.
This here is the welcoming committee.
Is that what you came marching all the way down here to tell us?
Well, we've been having a fine conversation. I'd hope you hear me the whole way through.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Now, in all the face of the things that I've said, we are prepared to make your family a very generous offer.
30 pieces is not a coin less.
Yeah.
You see, the association is prepared through the collective effort of our people to buy your house back from you at a financial gain.
Lord
to
have
your
mercy
family.
if this isn't the living God.
Are you through?
Well, I'd like to go over the exact terms of the financial.
You got any
arrangement.
more to say about how we need to sit down and talk to each other?
I don't understand why you people are reacting this way. What do you have to gain by moving to a neighborhood where some elements, well, people, simply get awfully worked up when they feel that everything they've worked for in their whole way of life is threatened?
Get out of my house, man.
Well, I'm sorry it went this way.
Get out.
You can't just force people to change their hearts, son.
Get out.
Well, is this all the packing that got done since I left out this morning? I testify before God, my children have the energy of the dead. When are the moving men due?
4 o'clock. And, Mama, you had a caller.
Oh, sure enough. Who?
The welcoming committee.
Who?
The welcoming committee.
They said they can't wait to see your face.
They sure gonna be glad to see you when you get there.
What is the matter with you all?
Nothing is the matter with us. We're just telling you that a nice young gentleman came down from the Clydeborn Park Improvement Association.
And what do you want?
To welcome you, honey?
He just said that they can't wait to have us down there and that we are one fine family of colored folk.
He left his card.
In case.
Oh, Father, give us strength. Did he threaten us?
Oh, no, Mama. He just sat down and talked about brotherhood and how we should all hate each other with some good Christian fellowship.
Amen.
You should have heard the money they done collected to buy our house back. All we paid and then some.
Lord, protect us. They act like we gonna eat them.
They ain't scared of that. They think we gonna marry them, honey.
Lord, Lord, Lord.
Well, that's the way the crackers crumble. Joke.
I got it. Bobo! Where's Willie, man?
He ain't with me.
Oh, well, come on in. You know my wife, Ruth.
Hello, Bobo.
How you, Miss Ruth?
Man, perfect time. Sit on down. Let me hear.
Can I get a drink of water before I tell you about it, Walter Lee?
Yeah, sure. Ain't nothing wrong, is there, Ruth?
Let me tell you, Walter Lee. You know how it was? I gotta tell you how it was. Gotta tell you how it was all the way. About the money I put in.
What about the money you put in?
See, it wasn't as much as I said. Me and Willie... Man, I'm sorry, man. I just got a real bad feeling about this.
Man, what happened down in Springfield?
Springfield.
What was supposed to happen in Springfield?
Well, you see, me and Walter, we went into a deal with Willie. Me and Willie were supposed to go down to Springfield, spread some money around so we could get our liquor license. You understand, Miss Ruth?
What happened down there?
And Walter, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, tell me, damn it, what's the matter with you?
Man, I didn't go to no Springfield yesterday.
Why not?
Because I didn't have no reasons to.
Why? What happened?
Man, Willie didn't show up. I was at the train station at 8 o'clock like we planned, and he never came.
What do you mean? Where was he? Where is he?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Walter. I don't know. I waited 6 hours at the train station. I called his house and I waited 6 hours, Walter. 6 hours! Man, Willie's gone.
Gone. Gone. What do you mean, gone? Maybe he just went down there by himself. You know how Willie is. He got his strange ways, man. Or maybe you was late. And maybe he just decided to go on without you. You know how you are with time, Bobo. Or maybe he's at home calling you right now. Come on, man, we gotta go. We gotta
find
Willie.
Walter, what are you doing? When the cat run off with your money, he don't leave you no road maps.
No.
Walter, honey.
No. No, Willie, please. Walter. No, Willie. No. No, Willie, no. Don't let it be true, Willie. Not with that money, Willie. No, please, Willie, no. I trusted you. I put my life in your hands and you failed me. No, Willie, no. That was my father's own flesh.
I'm sorry, Walter. But I had my life staked on this deal, too.
Son, is it gone? Son, I gave you $6,500. Is it gone? All of it? Beneath the schooling money, too?
It's all gone. I never went to the bank at all, Mama.
You mean your sister's schooling money? You used that, too?
It's all gone. All of it.
I watched him night after night come in here and look at the rug and look at me, the red showing in his eyes, the veins moving in his head. I watched him grow thin and old before he was 40, working himself to death like somebody's old horse, killing himself. And you give it all away in one day?
Mama.
father.
Mama,
Straight.
Mama.
Oh, Cinnamon, where you gonna run to? Cinnamon, where you gonna run to? Where you gonna run to? All on that day, will I run to the rock? Please hide me and run to the rock. Please hide me and run to the rock. Please hide me.
I came over. I thought I might help with the parking. Ah, I like the look of parking crates. A household in preparation for a journey. It depresses some people, but for me it is another feeling. Something full of the flow of life. Do you understand? Movement, progress. It makes me think of Africa.
Africa.
What kind of mood is this? Have I told you how deeply you move me?
He gave away the money, Asagai.
Who gave away what money?
The insurance money. My brother gave it away.
Gave it away?
He made some investment with a man even Travis wouldn't have trusted.
And it's gone.
Gone.
I'm very sorry. And you, now?
Me, I'm nothing. Me. When I was small, we used to take our sleds out in the wintertime and slide down the hills all day. And it was very dangerous, far too steep. And sure enough, one day a kid named Rufus came down too fast and hit the sidewalk. And his face just split open right there in front of us. And I just remember standing there over his bloody open face, thinking that was the end of Rufus. But then the ambulance came and took him to the hospital and fixed him up, set up all the broken bones. And the last time I saw Rufus, he only had just a little line down the middle of his face. I never got over that.
What?
That was what one human being could do for another in this world. Fix him up, sew up the problem, and make him all right again. That was one of the most marvelous things in this world. That was truly being God.
You wanted to be God.
No, I wanted to cure. It used to be so important to me. I used to care. I mean, about how people's bodies could hurt.
And you've stopped caring.
Yes. I
Why?
think so. Because it doesn't seem deep enough, close enough to what ails mankind. It was a child's way of seeing things, or an idealist's.
Children see things very well sometimes. An idealist, even better.
I know that's what you think, because you still care. You with all your talks and dreams about Africa. You still think you can patch up the world and cure the great sore of colonialism with the penicillin of independence.
Yes.
Independence, and then what? What about all the crooks and thieves and just plain idiots who come into power and steal and plunder as they did before? Only now they will be black and do it all in the name of the new independence. What about them?
That will be a problem for another time. First, we must get there.
And where does it end?
End? Whoever spoke of an end? To life? To living?
An end to misery. An end to stupidity. Oscar, while I was sleeping in that bed over there, people went out and took the future right out of my hands. No one asked me, they just took it from me.
Was it your money?
What?
Was it your money he gave away?
It belonged to all of us.
But did you earn it? Would you have had it at all if your father had not died?
No.
Then isn't there something wrong in a house, in a world, where all dreams, good or bad, must depend on the death of a man? I never thought to see you like this, Alayo. You Your brother made a mistake and you're so grateful to him so that now you can give up on the alien human race on account of it. You talk about what good is struggle. What good is anything? Where are we all going and why are we bothering?
And you cannot answer it.
I live the answer. In my village at home, it is the exceptional man who can even read a newspaper or whoever sees a book at all. I will go home and much of what I will have to say will seem strange to the people of my village. But I will teach and work and things will happen slowly and swiftly. At times it will seem that nothing changes at all. And then again, the sudden dramatic events which make history leap into the future. And then quiet again.
Oh, Asagai, I know all that.
Then stop moaning and groaning and tell me what you plan to do.
Do?
I have a bit of a suggestion.
What?
That when it is all over, you come home with me.
Oh, Asagai, at this moment you decide to be romantic.
My dear young creature of the new world, I do not mean across the city. I mean across the ocean, home to Africa.
To Africa?
Yes. 300 years later, the African prince rose up out of the seas and swept the maiden back across the middle passage over which her ancestors had come.
To Nigeria?
Nigeria. Home. I will show you our mountains and our stars and give you cool drinks from gourds and teach you the old songs and the ways of our people. And in time, we will pretend that you have only been gone for a day. Say that you will come.
You're getting me all mixed up.
Why?
Because just too much has happened. Too many things. And I just don't know what I think about anything. I'm just going to sit down and think.
All right, then. I shall leave you. No, don't get up. Sit a while and think. Never be afraid to sit a while and think. How often I've thought to myself, Alayo, and said, so this is what the new world had finally wrought.
Yes, just look at what the new world hath wrought. Just look. There he is, Monsieur le Petit Bourgeois Noir himself. There he is, symbol of a rising class entrepreneur, titan of the system. Did you dream of yachts on Lake Michigan, brother? Did you see yourself sitting down at that conference table with all the bald-headed men in America, all halted, waiting, listening for your pronouncements of industry, all waiting for you, chairman of the board?
Who was that?
Your husband.
Where'd he go?
How do I know? Maybe he had an appointment with U.S. Steel.
You didn't say nothing bad to him, did you?
Bad? To him? Oh no, I told him he was a sweet boy and full of dreams and everything is strictly peachy keen.
Ain't a mess in here, though. I guess we better quit moping around and get some work done. All this unpacking and everything we gotta do. One of y'all ought to call the moving men and tell them not to come.
Tell him not to come.
Of course, baby. Ain't no need in having them come all the way here and having to go back. They charge for that, too.
Lena, we gotta go. Benny, tell him we can still go. The note ain't but $125 a month, and we got 4 grown people working in this house. We can do it.
Now just stay in our town to be trying to take on something like that.
I'll work 20 hours in every kitchen in Chicago if I have to. I will scrub all the floors in America if I have to. I will scrub all the sheets in America if I have to, but we gotta go. We gotta get out of here.
No, Ruth. I see things differently now. Been thinking how we could fix this place up some. Yeah. You know, I saw an old dresser on Maxwell Street, and it could fit right over there, and we could put some new curtains in the kitchen, and some nice screens in your room around the baby's bassinet. Yeah, fix this place up fine so we forget trouble ever come. Oh, girl, sometimes you gotta learn to give up and hold on to what you got. Where you been, son?
Made a call.
To who, son?
The man.
What man?
The man, Mama. Don't you know how they say it on the streets? The man, Mr. Boss Man, Captain Charlie, you know the man.
Walter.
Linda,
That's right, you got it.
what'd you do that for?
Because we're going to do some business with him.
What you talking about, Walter?
I'm talking about life, Mama. You're always telling me to see it like it is, huh? And when I was in there laying on my back, I figured something out. The world is divided into two kinds of people, the takers and the tooken. And we're the tooken. And people like Willie Harris, they're the takers. And while we're sitting around moaning, groaning, and crying, the takers, they're operating. And they're just taking. And ooh, I give it to Willie Harris. I give it to him. He taught me one thing, to keep my eyes on what matters most in this life. Thank you, Willie.
Walter, what you call that man for?
I called him because we're going to put on a show for him. We're going to give him what he wants. He came all the way down here to tell us that those people don't want us to move into their neighborhood. That they don't want us to move so bad that they're willing to pay us not to move. So we're going to give him what he wants. And oh, Mama, you would have been proud of me, Benny and Ruth. We told him to get out. We told him to leave. Ooh, we was on some old school stuff that day, Mama.
Walter, you talking about calling that man to take their money so we don't move?
I'm not talking about it. I'm telling you what's going to happen.
Oh God, where is the bottom? Where's the honest to God bottom?
The bottom? What do you know about the bottom, huh? You and that boy was over here talking about how y'all gonna be marching around with some spears and singing some songs. But guess what? That boy's gonna find himself in a dungeon one day. And guess who's gonna have the key? The takers. And there ain't a thing that we're gonna be able to do about it.
You making something inside me cry, Walter. Some awful pain inside me.
Walter.
Mama, don't cry. Understand, that man is going to walk into this room and write us a check for more money than we have ever had in our lives. So I'm going to give him what he wants. We're going to put on a show for him.
Walter, I come from 5 generations of people who were slaves and sharecroppers. But ain't nobody in this family taking money from nobody that meant we weren't fit to walk this earth. We ain't never been that poor. We ain't never been that dead inside.
Well, we are dead now. All that talk about sunlight that goes on in this house, it's all dead now.
What is the matter with y'all? I didn't make this world. I was born into it. Oh, yes, I want some yachts on Lake Michigan someday, huh? And maybe, just maybe, I want to hang some pearls around my wife's neck. Who determines if I get to hang pearls around her neck, huh? Me, because I'm a man. And I think that my beautiful wife should wear some pearls.
How you gonna feel on the inside, Walter Lee?
I'm going to feel fine. I'm going to feel like a man.
You ain't gonna have nothing left.
No, I'm going to feel fine. I'm going to feel real fine. That man's going to walk in here, and I'm going to tell him to write us the check. And I'm going to look that son of a Walter. I'm going to look him in his eyes. And maybe I'll just get down on my black knees. And I'll say, Captain, Mr. Boss Man, Mr. Charlie, if you user just writes us the check, then the black folks wants to move into your neighborhood. Huh? Oh, I'm going to feel fine, Mama. I'm going to feel fine, all right? I'm going to feel fine.
That is not a man. That is nothing but a toothless rat.
Oh, yes. Death done come in this house. Death done come in my house, on the lips of my children. You what's supposed to be my new beginning. You what's supposed to be my harvest. How did we get to this here place? Are you mourning your brother?
That's no brother of mine.
What'd you say?
I said that that individual in that room is no brother of mine.
I thought that's what you said. You thinking you better than he is today? Yeah. What was it you said to him a minute ago? That he wasn't a man? Yeah. You give him up for me? You wrote his epitaph too like the rest of the world? What gave you that privilege?
Mama, can you be on my side for once? You saw what he did. He got down on his knees. Didn't you teach me to despise any man that he was going to do that? Do what he's going to do?
Yes, I taught you that. Me and your daddy. But I thought I taught you something else too. I thought I taught you to love him.
Love him? There is nothing left to love.
Oh, there is always something left to love. If you ain't learned that, you ain't learned nothing. Tell me, did you cry for that boy today? Not for yourself and not for this family because we lost the money, but for him, what he's been through and what it's done to him. Child, when do you think is the best time to love somebody? When they done good and made everything easy for everybody? Because that ain't it at all. It's when he's at his lowest and he can't believe in himself because the world done whipped him so. So if you gonna measure somebody, measure them right, child. Measure him right. Make sure you take into account the hills and the valleys he done come through before he got to where he is.
Grandma, the movement. But downstairs, the truck just pulled up.
Oh, are they? They here, baby?
Hello?
He's here.
Well, I sure was glad to hear from you people. Life was so much easier when you just let it be most of the time. Well, with whom will I be negotiating with? You, Mrs. Younger, or your son here? Just some official papers, son.
Travis, why don't you go on outside and play?
Travis, you stay right here. And you make him understand what you're doing, Walter Lee. You teach him good, like Willie Harris taught you. You show him where our 5 generations done come to. Go ahead, son. Go ahead.
Mr. Lindner, we called you here today because me and my family, well, we're very plain people.
Yes, Mr.
I work as a chauffeur. And my wife, she does domestic work in people's kitchens. So does my mother. And we're very plain people.
Yes, Mr. Younger.
And my father. My father was a laborer most of his life.
I bet he was.
And my father almost beat a man to death once because he called him a bad name or something. You know what I mean?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
Yeah. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that my family, we have a lot of pride. I mean, we are very proud people. And this is my sister, Benita. She's going to be a doctor. And we're very proud.
Well, I'm sure that is very nice, but...
So I guess what I'm trying to tell you is that Travis, come here, son. Come here. This is my son, Travis. Travis Younger. He's the 6th generation of our family to live in this country. And we are very proud. So me and my family, we have all thought about your offer.
Oh, good.
And we have decided to move into our house. Because our father, he earned it for us brick by brick. And we're not going to cause any trouble, and we're not going to try to fight any causes. We're going to be good neighbors, and that's all we got to say about that.
Well, I take it then that you have decided to occupy.
That's what the man said.
Well, then, I would like to appeal to you, Mrs. Younger. You're older and wiser and
Oh, I'm afraid you don't understand. My son said we was gonna move, and there ain't nothing left for me to say. You know how these young folks are these days. Can't do a thing with them.
Well, if you are that final about it, I guess there is nothing left for me to say.
Well then, goodbye.
I sure hope you people know what you're getting yourselves into.
Well, if the moving men are here, let's get the heck out of here.
Ain't that the truth? Lord, it's a mess in here. Ruth, put Travis's good jacket on him. Walter, fix your shirt and your jacket. You look like somebody's hoodlum. Ruth, where is the box with my good skillets? I'm gonna cook us the best dinner we ever ate tonight. You all go on down. Travis, don't you leave empty-handed. And Benita, what is the matter with your stockings? Pull them things up, girl.
Mama, the guy asked me to marry him today and go to Africa.
Oh, he did? You ain't old enough to be marrying nobody.
He wants me to work there and be a doctor.
What is it he wants you to go to Africa for?
He wants me to practice there.
Girl, you better marry you a man with some loot. Come on.
Darling, that ain't no bale of cotton. I gotta sit in it again. I've been having that chair 25 years. They something, aren't they? My children.
Yeah, they something, Miss Lena. Let's go.
Ruth, he became a man today, didn't he? Like a rainbow after rain.
Yes, he sure did.
Now, y'all, come on now. Y'all know these people charge by the hour. Let's go.
Yeah, hurry up.
You go on down. I'll be down directly.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory, 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 oh,
hands to the heavens, no man, no weapon formed against, yes, glory is destined. Everyday women and men become legends. Sins that go against our skin become blessings. The movement is a rhythm to us. Freedom is like religion to us. Justice is juxtaposition in us. Justice for all just ain't specific enough. One son died, the spirit is revisiting us. True and living in us. Resistance is us. That's why Rosa sat on the bus. That's why we walk through Ferguson with our hands up. When it go down, we woman and man up. They say stay down, and we stand up. Shots be on the ground, the camera panned up. King pointed to the mountaintop, and we ran up.
one day, when the glory comes, it will be ours.